Yet another playoff heartbreaking loss for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And it seems like this franchise cannot avoid a Game 7. Because the Habs win this one 3-2 in overtime. Game 7 goes on Monday night at 7 p.m. Now, before we talk about this game, congratulations to the Habs. I mean, they played a fantastic game. They came out of the gate flying. They hung on for dear life at the end. They hung on for dear life in overtime. And a costly turnover from Travis Dermott. They buried it. They made you pay for your mistakes in your own end. And congrats to the Habs. They've come back from a 3-1 deficit. We got a Game 7. But let's break down this game right from the very beginning, because it was a very weird game. First off, there were fans in the stands. That's weird in itself, because us as being Canadians, we have not seen fans in the stands in quite some time. It was loud in there. It felt like it was a jam-packed Bell Center. Obviously, only thing was like, 2,500 people were allowed in there for this game. But it was loud in there, and it was great to see no matter what. But you just knew that the Montreal Canadiens were going to come out flying to start, and they did. The Habs came out of the gate guns a-blazing. Jack Campbell had to stand on his head, making big save after big save after big save in that first period. If I'm not mistaken, the first period shots were 15-9 in favor of the Habs, but at one point, it was 10-1. Like, they were flat out dominating the Leafs early on in this game, and somehow, it's a 0-0 game after one period of play. Second period, well, it kind of evens out both ways, and it's still 0-0 after two periods. In the third period, they get a power play, a scramble ensues in front of the net, and Corey Perry finds the rebound and bangs it home on the power play, 5:26 into the third period. And at that point in time, I thought to myself, the way this game has gone, that might be the only goal we see. And boy, was I wrong, but it really it was a huge blow for the Toronto Maple Leafs, because they challenged the call for goalie interference. And I understand Toffoli was in the crease and he didn't get pushed in there. But Jack Campbell didn't make an effort to get back. And even if he did, would he even come close to it? Probably not. They call it a good goal, as they should have. And the Habs lead at 1-0. And with the Leafs reviewing that, the Leafs go back to the penalty kill. But 15, 16 seconds after the power play starts, Mitch Marner gets the puck in his own end and flips it up and into the stands for delay a game. They get a two-man advantage, and I'm thinking, Marner, what are you doing, man? I understand you're trying to get the puck down the ice. But there's no icing. You don't need to do that. You just get the damn thing down the ice. Slap it all the way down. You don't have to chip it up over everybody. Just slap the damn thing down the ice. But instead he tries to chip it out, and it goes out, and a two-man advantage ensues for the Montreal Canadiens. And just over a minute after they score that first goal and they get the two-man advantage, Tyler Toffoli scores to make it a 2-0 game. And at that point, it seemed over. But don't worry, the Toronto Maple Leafs, they find a way. They find a way to bring you back in, right? Jason Spezza, 5 minutes after that goal, he scores. It was redirected off the defender and past Carey Price. Kerfoot gets the assist, 11:35 of the third period. Hey, we got just under 10 minutes to play, and it's a one-goal game. There is still plenty of time. 5 minutes after that, Engvall with a great play on the boards, fires it across the ice to TJ Brody, who rifles it off the skate of Jeff Petrie, or off the leg of Jeff Petrie, through Carey Price, and we're tied at 2. Leaf fans, look, Montreal fans, let me talk to you for a second. If you're still here, I applaud you. People always say Leaf fans are toxic, Leaf fans are this, Leaf fans are that. I'm going to explain to you what Leaf fans are, and I'm trying to be the most unbiased, I'm trying to be the most civil guy out here right now. Leaf fans are so used to their team bringing you in, hurting you, but hanging on and then breaking your heart. So when things go good, we are so damn happy, But look, you guys all saw it, how I was reacting after Game 5, because in my mind, as a Leaf fan, the negative thoughts will always creep in. And the Leafs tie it at 2, right, for back-to-back games. They come back from a 2-goal deficit. They tie it. They send it to overtime. The Leafs flat out dominate the overtime period. At one point, it was like 10-0 in shots. The zone time's through the roof. The quality of chances are through the roof. And Travis Dermott gets the puck in his own end. I'm thinking, well, just chip it off the boards and get it out. No, he decides, I'm going to try and do a spin in my own zone. Not really sure why. He loses the puck. It gets picked up by, who was it? I forgot who it was. He fires it over to Kotkaniemi, and he buries it. I think it goes off the stick of Bogosian and past Jack Campbell for the overtime winner. So let me reiterate what I just said about how the Leafs organization has treated Leaf fans over the last while. Right? They give you hope. They have the number 1 seed in the Atlantic Division, in the North Division, and everything's looking great. Going to the series against the Habs, you lose game 1. We're instantly scared out of our mind. You win the next 3, and we're like, whoa, okay, these are the Leafs. This is what we talk about. Let's end this thing in 5. All right, you go into game 5, you're down 3-1, you're like, oh, this is terrible, what the hell? They tie it. We're like, okay, they're back. They lose in overtime. Oh, damn, here we go again. They go out there in game 6, on the road, in Montreal. They get down 2-0 in the third period. We're like, oh, no, not again. They tie it in overtime. All right, we're good. No, they lose it again in overtime. The roller coaster ride of being a Leafs fan is ridiculous. They enjoy the living heck out of the wins because we all know that I hate it. I hate it because I'm hoping Game 7 flips the script, but I don't know how to feel anymore. The emotions have been played with for so many years and so many playoff runs. And I can't take another Game 7. I really can't. And Leaf fans, I got a question for you. And it's more of on the negative side because it's just the way the mindset is right now. Let's say, worst case scenario, the Leafs do drop Game 7. What do you do to get better? Like, we saw how they upgraded the decor. They looked great. We thought they upgraded the physical stuff. It doesn't really look all that much. So what do you do? Goaltending wasn't an issue. Campbell was great. So what the heck do you do? I don't even know. But let's continue breaking this game down. After the Kotkaniemi goal, shots on goal in the game were 43-31. Shots on goal in overtime were 13-2 in favor of the Leafs. Like I said, they dominate the overtime period, but Montreal makes you pay for a costly turnover in your own end, and they bury it. Shots on goal, 3 goals on 31 shots for Jack Campbell, 2 goals on 43 for Carey Price. He was great. He was fantastic yet again, and the Leafs could not score on the power play. 0 for 4, and Montreal going like 0 for 15 going into the game on the power play in the series. They go 2 for 4. Now, one was a 5-on-3, and that's usually a gift, but the Leafs did it to themselves, man. The coach's challenge, the stupid delay of game penalty from Mitch Marner, they did it to themselves. And the guys that I called out in the last video still did not step up. Well, it took them overtime to step up. But Mitch Marner, Austin flippin', look, Jason Spezza has more goals in this playoffs than Austin Matthews does. Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner have points. Matthews won the Rocket Richard. Mitch Marner was top 10 in points in the NHL. Where are these guys? They're just floating around doing this, doing that. They're clearly getting frustrated. But damn it, guys, it's Game 7. And if there's any time to wake up in a series, it's then. I will always bleed blue and white as much as I flip out and we all have emotional letdowns with this organization. I will always be bleed blue and white, but damn it, I will say it till the cows come home about the Washington Capitals. They had a horrendous time getting past the second round. They always did, whether it was the Rangers, whether it was the Penguins, no matter who they faced, they could not get past that second round. Once they did, the floodgates opened and they won a cup. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, The first round has been a disaster. It's been a complete gong show since they've made these playoff runs with Washington, Boston twice. Well, the first series against Washington was 6 games, but then you have Boston twice, Columbus last year, and Montreal this season. We cannot do with another first round exit. Now, as I put it with the Washington Capitals theory, you get past that first round. Who knows? The floodgates could open. I don't know. And also, little update. Leaf fans, we lose Jake Muzzin in this game. Not only do you lose one of your best, if not your best centers on the team in John Tavares in Game 1, in Game 6, you might have lost Jake Muzzin with a groin injury. He was skating up the ice and pulls up. It was like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. Goes to the bench, is like, this doesn't feel good. And he leaves, doesn't return. Great! You only have 5D. And Travis Dermott, who was scratched the last game, and Sandin did not have a great Game 5, so you put Dermott in, and he causes a turnover leading to the game-winning goal. So with Muzzin now out, I'm assuming for Game 7. Like, if it's great, if he's ready to go, fantastic. But assuming the worst, you got to throw Sandin in there with Dermott. Because like hell, I'm seeing Martin Marincin go out there. All I know is that Game 7 is where the stars shine. Game 7 is where someone makes their mark. And I understand Leaf fans. We have been here. We have seen it before where the Leafs just in Game 7. We have seen it countless times. But it's got to give at some point, right? Doesn't it? I don't know. All I know is that Game 7 goes on Monday. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop at Scotiabank Arena. And I said it in the last video, and I will say it again. The Leafs got to come out with a presence. They got to come out with an urgent mentality, like, because, hey, now we're in an elimination game. Now we are in an elimination game. They got to come out flying, score that first goal, get the momentum, heck, maybe even score that second goal, and just play a damn good game, get on the board first. That is the key. And Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, obviously they're a lot better hockey players than I ever was and as I ever will be, but they're getting paid the most, well, other than John Tavares, I think, well, no, he's making, either way, they're getting paid more or less the most amount of money on this team. They need to show it. And Game 7 will right the ship of the entire series if they go out there and play their best game of the series and they put you in the chance to win a series and win Game 7. But those are the two guys that I'm counting out and I'm calling out for Game 7 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you're a Leaf fan and hated the game today because we lose another elimination game that we can't close a team out. Sorry, guys. Smack that like button. Do appreciate that. If you're a Habs fan, you love the ending to this game today, smack that button as well. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not done so already, guys. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like today from the game, from the Leafs game, and what are your expectations for Game 7? Your honest, realistic expectations, not your emotionally distraught, sad, we're going to lose 5-0 in Game 7 Leaf fan take. Your actual take on Game 7 and what you think the outcome is going to be. I have no clue. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no clue what's going to happen. The Leafs could win the game. They could choke it away. They could get crushed. They could crush the Habs. I don't know what to expect in Game 7. And that's why we sit back and watch. All right? Comment down below your thoughts on the video, guys. Go crazy. Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM to all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there. If you have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Jay's Edition, I think a doubleheader tomorrow against Cleveland, as I think Ross Stripling is going to hit the ball in Game 1. I think it's a 105 first pitch there at Progressive Field, as the Jays look for back-to-back games, and hey, maybe get the doubleheader victories and go for the brooms. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, though, tomorrow afternoon for the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, as we talked about, Game 7 between the Leafs and Habs goes on Monday night, 7 p.m. puck drop. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as I said in Game 2, and I'm spitting everywhere, my misery as well. I'll talk to you guys then.